Kapiolani Health Walk. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was digging a little deeper, and I have a story, and it's about the pier, not the pier, the Heiau thing. Okay, so let me get out here to get a little perspective. Up ahead, right there, is the natatorium. And if you draw a line from the natatorium over to the peak of Leahi, or Diamond Head Crater, so a line between those two, you'll get over there, which is that little girls' school now, the heiau called Papa, I think it's Papa Enu, or that's Ena, Papa Ena. It's a heiau that, when this island, Oahu, when Oahu here was conquered by the king or Ali'i of Maui. That guy is Kahekili. Kahekili came over to here from Maui, and he was the chief of this island. And then, this is not too long ago, it's like 1790s-ish. I'll make a more formal thing on this when I get a chance. So King Kamehameha, who's like about 1790, I don't know, 8, comes over here to this island, Oahu, to conquer it, and Kahekili was on it. So way up in Manoa, which is way that valley-ish over there, there was the great Nu'uanu Valley battle, and it was a bloody battle. Kamehameha's forces pushed the opposing forces over the Pali Cliff. They actually found construction when they were doing the tunnel construction at the base of the cliff, the Pali. They found 800 skulls, human skulls. So that was a big bloody battle. But Kamehameha, when he was first going to do that, brought about 8,000 of his men, his forces, to Oahu, and 2/3 of them were either sick or died or incapacitated by dysentery. I think they died. So 2/3 of his forces. So he went to this heiau, Papa Ena, and did a sacrifice. He sacrificed thousands of coconuts and bananas, 400 pigs, and 3 humans, who were basically violated the taboo of coconut stealing. So the Niu, the coconut, they were stealing coconuts, so the coconut stealers, and lots of coconuts. King Kamehameha's family god was Kukailimoku, and Kukailimoku was attributed to Ku, like the long trunk of the tree. So the coconut tree, Ku. So it's kind of like picking Kukailimoku's, who's also the god of war, and is the only god that accepts human sacrifice. So he sacrificed 3 guys, 400 pig, banana and coconuts. Coconuts and the coconut stealers. Oh gosh. So they had this heiau. Its walls were on the slopes of Diamond Head. So up there on the slopes of Diamond Head, I think basically so you could see from there. And like I said, where the natatorium is, right outside there's a break called First Break. Of all the surfing spots, is First Break. Surf Break had a surfing contest way back in the day, 1700s, early 1800s. They started surfing, and up on the slopes of Diamond Head, on that Papa Hena heiau, the kahuna, or mana, spiritual priest guy, would rise up his kite, a kite, to signal or bring in. So there's a moon kite, and it brought in the big waves, and thereby signaling the beginning of the contest. So it should be visible from the foot of Diamond Head. Now apparently there's a little bit of marrying into Kahekili's family, to Kamehameha's family, and there is something that happened where one of Kahekili's cousin or cousin to his, well, it winds up related. This boy, 19, good looking, was related to Kahekili and was adopted and raised like Hanai family by Kamehameha and his wife. This is Kamehameha the First, the great, the first one, the warrior. Now, this young lad, the story goes both ways, was either seduced or was the seducer of Kamehameha's wife. Therefore, there was a little bit of a, yeah, that's right, the king's wife, the ultimate farmer's daughter story. So this guy, I can't think his name right now, kind of just did this research, was this guy was also, because he broke the taboo, he was also sacrificed on this heiau. Now, this is Kapiolani Park. Sometimes cops, reliable as their ghost stories are, could see in a moonless night, so new moon, glowing orbs going across the park, aka night marchers. And also a lady in Waikiki in 1902 saw glowing lights over by the Waikiki side of the natatorium coming this way. Supposedly night marchers going to the heiau stuff. Okay, this is where it gets good. This is Pony Moi, Paki. And that little road there's Hibiscus. And this is the foothills of Park, Diamond Head foothills. Now, in the year 2020, there was a very egregious fellow who committed some horrible acts against some people, and then they called the police. He was a tenant over here, and he was going to be evicted. Wound up shooting 2 police officers, killing the landlord lady, setting the house ablaze, And there was a horrible, horrible fire right on that road. And the reason I bring that up is when we turn up here, we got a little bit of a, I'm not sure, I don't think I can go up here really much. This is the school for girls. But I think I can go up the sidewalk. So when you go up to the sidewalk, there's a little spot of land right here. And it used to be Papa and Hede Heiau. But this is it here. But it's now the La Pietra School for Girls. So that's private. But that's the spot where the Heiau was. Then it was disassembled, and the rocks went to Queen Emma's house when she was young, like 20, in Waikiki. That's what that says. Might be a different location, but Queen Emma took the rocks and disassembled it. Then the place was given off in the Great Mahele land giveaway type thing to, I think, Punahou. Was sold to Dillingham. That's what it was sold to. One of the big super wealthy businessmen started. His father was railroad, and he was just super rich businessman. Dillingham. So Dillingham built, this is probably in the 20s. I get that wrong a little bit. But he built this villa on the property where the Heiau was. And this lady's crawling into the grass. She's gonna worship at the Heiau. The Heiau's no longer there. It's just a private girls' school, which I don't know is haunted, but some say. So Dillingham, for his wife, who I guess they met or had their marriage or rendezvous at La Pietra in Florence, Italy. So it's a La Pietra villa style mansion that was there, and they had stables for horses because they used Kapiolani Park as a polo field. Yes, they were wealthy. And that land, that villa, after they kind of, it went down a little bit through the hands, and it belonged to Punahou School, I think, and they sold it to La Pietra as fast as they could for $1 million. So now a Catholic La Pietra school's there. I'm not sure what stories they have of ghosts in La Pietra, but definitely several people were human sacrificed upon that property. And to tag on the ghost story, this is Diamond Head tennis courts behind those oleander bushes. And the Diamond Head tennis courts are the site of the Rotten Man ghost that supposedly smells like rotting flesh. Goes here at night, and that's the tennis courts. Personally, I think that could be a misrepresentation of homeless guys. I'm thinking of debunking. I say homeless guy smells so bad. It was like rotting flesh. Blue asphalt. Whew. Ah. Oh yeah. So you got night marchers going across the park. Across the park, night marchers. And they're reported by the police. That's kind of more recent. Then there's the human sacrifice heiau. And the kahuna waving the kite in the air. Surf's up! Aloha.